Hello everyone, this is Zooc, and today I'm bringing you a new logo design video, or better said, an illustration. This is something that I haven't really done before, which is a semi-realistic illustration of non-character, non-human, I guess, living objects. But it was a fun project, and I'm probably gonna do more of it. The fact that I wanted to do it in this style was inspired by me browsing Behance a lot, where I found this one person who has just the most amazing fucking style. I just love it. It's behance.com/creativemints. A guy called Mike from Prague, and the way he just draws stuff is, I don't know, it just captivates me. It's fucking awesome. So I'm gonna try and develop a similar style and expand my area of skills by doing semi-realistic objects and stuff. Hopefully getting paid for it at the same time and not just doing it for nothing. But I'm happy with how this came out, and the client loved it. Basically, this whole project was for a YouTube channel called SketchMusicalGames, which puts out variety content, including gameplay, drawing videos, and music remixes, gaming-themed stuff, things like that. And he wanted to revamp his identity. And I sat here for a while thinking about what you could do with a name like SketchMusicalGames. The problem with that is it's very explicit, and I wouldn't say extremely clever. No offense towards the guy, but you know, some company names are really clever and quirky, and you can do a lot with them. I've seen a lot of logos that are based on two nonsensical terms next to each other, like Fish Dog or Fish something, Squirrel Heaven Productions, stuff that doesn't make any sense and has nothing to do with the company in its own, but it makes for a really cool visual identity. So in this case, I just wanted to go for something very explicit, which is include 3 symbols that define basically the activities that this channel revolves around, which is a pencil, a guitar neck, and a controller that very much resembles the classic Nintendo controller that everyone knows. So yeah, just go explicit. When in doubt, go simple. And this was indeed a very simple idea in terms of conceptuality, but it turned out okay, and the client loves it, so that's all that matters. And I think it looks pretty cool as well. So this is going to be placed next to a simple text, of course, that I still have to develop and come up with. But for now, I thought the symbol would have been like the most interesting part of it, so why not show you guys what that's about. So I started off with a sketch, obviously, which I scanned in Illustrator, traced the basic shapes in Illustrator, and then moved everything. I put everything on a separate layer, and then exported it as a PSD in Photoshop so I can do the whole shading and detailing part of it. And in the end, the guy was hyped about it because it looks like an iOS icon, which I wasn't really going for to begin with. But yeah, it's true. It does kind of look a bit like an iOS icon. So if he's happy with it, I'm happy with it. And the whole thing took about half a day, more or less, including the conceptual stages. I don't really know what else I could come up with for a name like this. I think probably 3 initials with some barely minimal symbolism for those 3 areas of interest, but I prefer to do something a little bit more complex and detailed, and plus you can use this as a basically icon in any sort of online application or even over videos and whatever, so it works. It's alright. Other than that, not really been doing much. TB still recovering, so there hasn't been a lot of work, but he is tweeting like crazy, so that is that. Been doing montages and various cuts for videos just to have some sort of content out. And as you can probably tell, I'm sounding kind of weird right now. I've been dealing with this nasty cold for a few days. It always happens that I don't get a cold for like 8 months, and then I go out of my house once and catch the nastiest shit around. So it kind of hurts to talk, and I've been dealing with taste loss, but it's getting better now. Other than that, I'm currently cooking a dish I had in Prague, which I mentioned in my previous video, called svíčková, which is a very classical Czech dish of roasted beef with a sauce made from pureed veggies with some cream and some other stuff in it, and served with bread dumplings. So I want to try and recreate that because it was fucking awesome. I fell in love with it, and I had it so many times, and I'll probably have it again. But I want to make it at home for the family and see what they think about it. Hopefully it turns out well. If not, oh well, it wouldn't be the first time I failed. Some cuisines always end up being impossible for me to reproduce at home. One of them being Arabic. Like whenever I have Arabic or Turkish food, They seem really simple when you look at them on a plate or when you read the recipe, but I've never been able to successfully reproduce a Turkish or an Arabic recipe. So hopefully Czech cuisine doesn't turn out to be one of those, but here's hoping. And other than that, not much. I'm afraid my life is not very exciting right now. I'm just sort of looking forward to going to Prague again and hanging out with the woman. And that's about it. So I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please rate that shit. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.